The girl had loved fighting ever since she was young, but after becoming engaged to the prince, she was forced to suppress her true nature and behave like a proper lady. Everything was for her father and her family's reputation, until that day, when she attended a banquet hosted by Kyle. She never expected that, in front of all the nobles, Kyle would announce the annulment of their engagement, and openly declare his engagement to another woman. At that moment, Let finally understood his intention. The banquet had been planned from the start to humiliate her. She could hardly believe it. All the nobles already knew the truth, and were even offering their blessings to Kyle and Teresa. Let chose to endure it for the sake of her family's honor. But when Kyle declared that his engagement to her had been the greatest stain on his life, she finally snapped. Let reminded Kyle that their engagement had been personally arranged by the former king. Kyle shot back, accusing her of jealousy, and claimed that Let had bullied Teresa. Even though Let had never met her, no one spoke up for Let. Only then did she realize that she meant nothing in the eyes of these nobles. As she was about to leave, Let asked Kyle to grant her one request. Kyle was ready to refuse, but Teresa answered first and agreed. What followed shocked everyone. Let's fist slammed straight into Teresa's face. The entire hall was frozen in disbelief. Kyle roared, demanding to know what she was doing, but Let merely glanced at him. That single look sent a chill through everyone present. With a cold smile, Let said that since they were so eager to brand her a criminal, she would teach the slanderers a proper lesson. Before her words fully faded, she swept her gaze across the room, her eyes stopping on a member of the royal family. There was not a single person there who satisfied her, so she decided to send everyone flying. Panic spread instantly. The nobles shouted for the guards to seize her, never realizing that Let's power far exceeded their imagination. She began chanting in the language of the elves. Moments later, every soldier who rushed in collapsed unconscious. The grand hall fell into dead silence. Let walked toward Kyle, ready to deliver the final blow, when a man burst in to stop her. It was already too late. In this kingdom, there were two princes. The elder prince, Yas, had been named the rightful successor to the throne, but his upright and principled ways had offended many corrupt nobles, who instead supported the foolish second prince, Kyle. Ironically, Let's violent outburst unexpectedly eliminated one of the kingdom's greatest hidden threats. Yet the story did not end there. Let collapsed from overusing her power. When she woke up, she saw a maid attempting to assassinate her. Without hesitation, Let struck her down with a single punch. Her brother rushed in, worried sick. She had been unconscious for 3 days and nights, yet the moment Let opened her eyes, she was already throwing punches. By then, her engagement had been officially annulled, and Kyle had been stripped of his status, after being implicated in illegal trade and slave trafficking. This incident gave the kingdom the excuse it needed to erase him completely. But the danger was far from over. Kyle's faction was still controlled by the chancellor. Let decided to investigate the maid who tried to kill her, only to discover that she was a beastfolk, bound by a slave crest, that prevented her from resisting. With the blessing of the god of time, Let removed the slave mark. Once freed, the beastfolk youth revealed the truth. The mastermind was Godwin, one of the nobles who had been beaten at the banquet.